What up, all my Mingas, and welcome back to the Minga Sports Podcast. I'm Nacho.
I'm Garuta. Oh God, ad. Hold on, I gotta resub so I don't get ad.
Yay! We skipped 2 weeks, but we're back.
We did skip 2 weeks. Am I happy about it?
Uh-huh. Is he? Yes. Thank you, Garuta29, for the Twitch Prime sub.
We're back with Minga.
Yeah.
So
We got busy
what
one
happened?
week. It was Christmas.
It's
And
Christmas.
I said the week before, I said, I don't know, might get busy with Christmas, and you were like, nah, we got time. And then it got busy with
And it was
Christmas.
me specifically who didn't have time.
And then the next week, we just did not have the time again because I was out of state.
Yeah, you were.
And then Robert complained to me. Thank you, Robert, for the complaint. Always good to
Shout
hear
out to
feedback.
Robert.
Shout out to Robert. But we're back with Minga, and there's 1 week left of the season.
Yeah.
we're gonna
no,
re-
we
we're gonna
got
be reviewing this
playoffs.
past week of the regular season.
We got playoffs to cover.
But
And we can figure out everything else after.
that's a then problem. This is now.
I agree. I like your mentality.
Anyways, in news, I did the document for this podcast.
For once. And what is it? What episode is it? 18?
It's 18.
Yeah. I did
To be fair, I do record and upload.
Yeah, but I was gonna do the doc.
Okay.
And then I get on and it's done. And the first thing I see is Nacho did the doc.
Yeah, in our news.
I'm like, oh, I see.
Well, 1 week I was asked to do the doc because he couldn't, and then I was like, okay, and then I didn't do it.
Canceled that week.
Yeah, we canceled that week, and then I didn't do it, and then as I'm doing the doc for this past Minga, because I thought maybe we'll record on like Saturday, like I'm midway through, he goes, no Minga this week, too busy with work, and I'm like, alrighty, starting on the next one.
Nice.
And I had the doc all finished for this week. I just needed to change the scores and then like add the notes.
Wow, look at you go.
So I pre-did it. In other news, John Madden died. Rip that guy.
Can't just transition like that.
In all serious news, football lost a legend.
Yeah.
You know, of course, there's a game named after him. Legendary broadcaster, player, and coach. Yeah. Over the holidays, Betty White also died. Rip.
And Dan Reeves.
A lot of people
A lot
died.
of death already.
Yeah. You guys need to chill out with that.
Yeah. For real though.
All
right.
Hope everybody had a nice holiday. Hope nobody in your immediate family died or extended family. Hope nobody died.
What a train wreck. And adding to that, also with the holiday season is the bowl season. College football bowl games.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell Nacho about this and he might get mad, but I'm gonna start spitting out the scores for every bowl game that happened.
Holy shit.
In the Bahamas Bowl, Middle Tennessee beat Toledo 31-24. In the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl, Coastal Carolina beat Northern Illinois 47-41. In the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, BYU, number 13 ranked BYU, loses to University of Alabama Birmingham. Is it Birmingham?
Not a branch campus.
28. In the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl, Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns beat Marshall 36-21.
Ragin' Cajuns.
That's their mascot.
So
No,
wait, is that just like
what?
like a rampant Frenchman? Is that just like a wicked racist mascot?
I don't know, but they're ranked number 23.
Oh, good for them.
Wait, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm at the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl, where Western Kentucky beats Appalachian State 59-38. The PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl. No shot. PUBG Mobile sponsored a bowl game.
I didn't watch this one, but I saw the name like pop up.
Fresno State beat UTEP 31-24. In the Lending Tree Bowl, Liberty beat Eastern Michigan. They like destroyed them 56-20.
Eek.
The Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl presented
Oh,
by Stifle.
wait, not by Jimmy Kimmel?
It's the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, but it's presented by Stifle.
What?
Utah State beats Oregon State 24-13.
Wait. Oh, wait.
What? What?
So it's
What?
called the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
It's called the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl, presented by Stifle. That is what it gives me for bowl.
Uh, I don't.
In the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Tax Act, Tulsa beat Old Dominion 30-17. In the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl. These are some awesome names. San Diego State beats UTSA, San Antonio, 38-24. And UTSA was undefeated. They were like they were like 11-0 at one point, and then they lost to North Texas. Then they won their conference game, and then they lost the bowl game. So shoutouts to them. A classic, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Wyoming beats Kent
Brought
State.
to you by who?
Famous Idaho Potato.
Oh, well, Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl wasn't sponsored by Jimmy Kimmel, so.
Dude, Jimmy Kimmel is on the same level as Idaho right now. That's all I'm saying. The Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Army beats Missouri 24-22. Another fucking Frisco. The Frisco Football Classic presented by Ryan.
wait,
Ryan.
Who is in this bowl?
North Texas beat Miami. North Texas lost to Miami of Ohio 27-14. This is a new favorite image, I gotta say.
Because I watched a bowl game and it was just sponsored by a guy.
It's sponsored by Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Where's the image? Oh,
I sent it. In the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, UCF beats Florida 29-17. The Tax Act Camila Bowl. I hope I said that right. Georgia State beats Ball State 51-20.
Imagine saying you play football at Ball State.
Oh man, yeah, I go to Ball College.
Man, I go to Ball State. We're playing Dick U next week.
Next week we play Nuts Tech.
The Richard University.
The Richard University. Quick Lane Bowl. Western Michigan beats Nevada 52-24. The Military Bowl presented by Paraton got canceled between Boston College and East Carolina. What a shame. I wanted to see that matchup.
Yeah.
The Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl between Houston and Auburn. Houston wins it 17-13. The Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. Air Force beats Louisville 31-28. How the fuck did Air Force go 10-3 this season?
Oh, Air Force.
Yeah.
In their bowl game, because they're a running team. I just saw that they just threw the ball the whole time and they won. That I just remember
That's sick.
commentators saying that.
That's sick. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Texas Tech beats Mississippi State 34-7.
I watched this bowl game.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
In the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Minnesota beats West Virginia 18-6.
I also watched this bowl game. West Virginia was so fucking bad.
Wait, what?
I watched that bowl game too.
No, what makes you think I care?
Oh.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Can't believe I got him with that. All right. The San Diego County Credit Union Holiday Bowl. Texas, I think that was the one Texas A&M was supposed to be in, but they pulled out. They were supposed to play NC State, but it just says NC State, and that's all it says for that one. The Valero Alamo Bowl, Oklahoma and Oregon, two good teams. Oklahoma wins 47-32. The Cheez-It Bowl, Clemson beats Iowa State 20-13. The New Era Pinstripe Bowl, Maryland beats Virginia Tech 54-10.
And Virginia Tech had the stupid Yankee helmets.
True. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Me and TJ were thinking about going to it, but it was also on a Wednesday night, so we said no. It got canceled between SMU and Virginia.
I'm gonna say I thought it got canceled.
It did.
Yeah.
All right. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Classic.
Michigan State beats Pittsburgh 31-21. The Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Oh yeah.
South Carolina beats North Carolina 38-21. And
you
their
watch...
head coach got mayo.
I was about to say that. They got mayoed.
Their head coach got mayoed. The Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. Purdue beats Tennessee 48-45. The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Wisconsin beats Arizona State 20-13. I'm gonna skip over the national or the CFP games. The Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
The Tax Slayer You sound like the guy from South Park who's like, was it Timmy?
Yeah. Wake Forest beats Rutgers 38-10. Rutgers didn't even get 6 wins. How are they eligible? Oh, whatever. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Central Michigan beats Washington State 24-21. Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl. Wait.
Yes.
Why did Boise State was supposed to play Central Michigan in the Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl, but Central Michigan played this Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. I guess this game got canceled. All right, now we're gonna get to the real bowls. The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma State beats Notre Dame 37-35. Did you watch any of these?
No.
Okay. I watched these games. Oklahoma State was down like 28-7 at one point, and then they curb stomped Notre Dame in the fourth quarter, or the third and fourth quarter, and it was really funny. Ohio State beats Utah on a last-second field goal, 48-45 in the Rose Bowl, presented by Capital One Venture X. That was just a game where everyone threw touchdowns. CJ Stroud threw for 575 yards and 6 touchdowns. Because college, you know.
Yeah.
The All-State Sugar Bowl. Baylor beats Ole Miss 21-7, only because Matt Corral went down in the first quarter with an injury. And that's why Ole Miss lost. The Verbo Citrus Bowl. Kentucky beats Iowa 20-17. This was actually a really good game. I watched this whole thing. Very good game. Probably the best bowl game I watched all week. The Outback Bowl. Arkansas beats Penn State 24-10. And the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl between Memphis and Hawaii was canceled. And tonight there's a bowl game as well between the Tax Act Texas Bowl between LSU and Kansas State, which is going to be dog shit, but who cares? And then playoffs happened. College football playoffs. Alabama beat Cincinnati 27-6 in the college football playoff semifinal at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. That was just not a good game. It was close at the beginning, and then you're like, Cincinnati still got a chance, and then they just didn't. And then in the Orange Bowl, Georgia beats Michigan 34-11. And that was just Michigan was out of it from the beginning. And now Bama and Georgia rematch again on Monday night in the championship. Who you got? Who you got? We'll put it in the predictions this week. Who you got?
I want to say Georgia because that's my team, but
Bama.
but Bama exists, so
I gotta
Bama.
set up the prediction. You got Bama?
Yeah.
I also think Bama's gonna win. How much? By how much?
College is so weird to predict because it could either be like by none or like a lot.
Well, it can't be by none.
Well, I mean like not a lot, but
Well, it can't be by none.
they could tie.
No. Playoff game.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
ever? No, college. You also cannot tie in college.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that game that went into like 9 overtimes where each team just tried 2-point conversions to win and then they just didn't make any? That was like the Penn State Illinois game. That was funny. So who you got? By how much? How much you got Bama? How much you got Bama by?
34.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, no.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
19.
19.
Yeah.
All right. 19. Okay. And that's college.
Yeah, that is college.
That's college.
I finished eating, but I had one of the like Oreo Dunkaroos things.
Oh, did you steal any for me?
Well, there's only 2 of them left, or 1 of them left because I just finished this last one.
Well, did you steal any of the boxes for me?
Well, that's why there's a box left of.
So are there any for me?
Alexa, is that you?
Alexa?
Yeah.
What is happening?
My Alexa's going off for some reason.
Oh, tell her I said hi.
But she's not set up.
Oh.
Oh, but so it's a pack of 6, and there was only 2 more packs of 6. We sell packs of 12, just not packs of 6.
What did you just say?
The Oreo things.
Okay, I'm following.
So like a single package of them, right?
Yeah.
There's 6 of them in a box. There's
Yeah.
only 2 boxes that have 6 of them.
Okay.
But those, like, we don't sell those anymore, but they were like tucked in the back of the shelves. Um
Okay.
but we do sell packs of 12, or boxes of 12.
Yeah.
And my point when I was gonna get them from Walmart is, or from unnamed grocery store,
Nice
is
save. Nice save.
is we don't sell the 6s anymore. We only sell the 12s. And then y'all went ape shit over them.
Ah, you see.
I did buy them though.
Okay.
My,
Okay.
uh, so we do best and worst of the week. What's your best?
I'm also looking at the week 18 previews and you fucked it up.
Did
They
I?
changed the schedule.
What do you mean?
They changed it like this morning.
Okay, well, I didn't do this morning. What did they change? The times?
You did it later than this morning, I thought.
I did it yesterday.
Oh shit.
Why? What's different?
There's Saturday games.
Why? There's 2 Chiefs and
Anyways.
boys. All right.
Then fucking change it.
Oh,
All right.
Oh.
Anyways, my best involves the boys.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Do it again. Say it again.
My best involves the boys?
All right, go ahead.
What?
Go.
Why do you want me to say it again?
Because I forgot about the timestamp.
Oh, that's very cool. Dallas lost, which is very good always.
Yeah.
They beat Arizona, or they lost at Arizona. My brain is malfunctioning. 25-22. Kyler went off for like over 300 total yards, 2 touchdowns. Dak did pretty good. 226, 3 touchdowns, 24 for 38. Michael Gallup tore his ACL. That's not very cash money. Why did I just say Cincinnati? Arizona had a fake punt that someone did a helmet catch off of, and it was really cool.
It was really cool.
Dallas had like 4 holding penalties in probably 4 of the most crucial plays. And then they had some PI stuff because Anthony Brown is not a great corner, and neither is Trayvon Diggs. If you look at the numbers,
No, yeah, I understand why he went to the Pro Bowl is because he's a good playmaker, but he's a shit fucking corner. He can't do anything.
He's a good ball hawk, but a bad corner.
Yeah.
He has 11 picks. Some of that is right place, right time. Some of that's, tipped balls, whatever. He has led up the most yards in the NFL. Like in all of the National Football League, Trayvon Diggs has led up over 1,000 yards, which is not very good. But I do not think he is a defensive player of the year like Cowboys fans be spitting.
No. Not even close.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah. That was my best. Arizona's a good team. They needed this win, and now yeah. What's your best?
I have to say, it was a good day for the Patriots, but my best is the Chiefs at Cincinnati. This was a good game. The Bengals just played great. They were down by I think like 2 scores in the first half, and then they started to come back during the halftime, and then they just started to ball out. Joey B, he's a real guy. I mean, he went 30 for 39, 446 yards, and you think 200 yards is a good day. 446, 4 touchdowns. And he said in a press conference afterwards, he was like, yeah, I'm aware of that meme, but honestly, fuck it, Jamar out there somewhere. He didn't say fuck, but Jamar Chase went for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the Chiefs I thought were winning this game. If I had to put my money on something before the game, I'd say the Chiefs were probably going to win. But the Bengals made
I thought it was going to be very close.
Oh yeah, but the Bengals made a great comeback. It was tied 31-31, and I remember I was on my phone at work because I have a friend who also cares about NFL, and like nobody else in the building does except for him, and he's a Raiders fan, so like poor guy, but and he's a Raiders fan because of his dad is a Raiders fan, and then TJ, and then he's also a Patriots fan, just New England. So, we talk about NFL a lot. Why am I saying Raiders? This is not the Raiders game. What am I talking about Raiders for? Oh, it's because I was on my phone, and it was like 3rd and 1 at the, or 3rd and goal at the 1 yard line, and then it was like 4th and 1, and then there was a penalty, and then it made a 1st and goal. And they tried for like 2 more times. The Bengals just could not get it in the end zone, and then they ended up kicking it when there was like 2 seconds left. And mind you, they weren't chewing clock. They were trying to get a touchdown.
Yeah, they were genuinely trying for a touchdown.
They had like 2. They ate 2 minutes of time, and then were like, "Oh, field goal? Yeah, field goal."
They like accidentally won that game.
Yeah.
Like they accidentally had perfect clock management when they absolutely did not try for it. So that's funny. But I just want to talk about Joe Burrow in the last 2 games. 67 for 85, 971 yards, 8 touchdowns, and a 145.5 passer rating in between those 2 games.
I don't know if we want to talk about awards now, but Joe Burrow has passed Dak Prescott and comeback player of the year.
We'll do awards later.
Yeah.
Oh, easily. That's easily. There was no debate with that one.
Which I knew was going to happen, but
yeah. All right. The Chiefs are good, or as Nacho spelled it wrong. The Chiefs are good. The Chiefs. You think? Oh, he's fixing it. He's fixing it. A moment of shame. The Chiefs. The Chiefs are good.
I'm doing it with one hand, and I erased the E.
A moment of shame for Nacho. The Chiefs are good. Jamar popped off. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, all right. Let's go on to worst. The Chefs are good. Oh, what did I do? I did something.
Control Z.
No.
Well,
staying.
All right.
My worst. The Giants.
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon. So, Jake from State Farm didn't do too well in his first start. So we put Mike Glennon back in the helm.
And
he went 4 for 11 with 24 yards and 2 interceptions with a net of -10.
Strip sack on the first play of the game. Giants had the ball.
We had a net gain of -10 yards passing for the game.
In the doc, the only difference in text is I italicized Mike Glennon's name.
Mike Glennon.
I love him. You should buy a Mike Glennon jersey.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Are you crazy? No. If I buy a Mike Glennon, jersey. It's good. He played NC State, right?
Oh,
He played at yeah, he played at NC State. I want to buy a Mike Glennon NC State jersey.
oh, since we're talking about jerseys and we didn't talk about the holidays, my brother got me a Trace McSorley jersey from the Ravens, and it's hanging
Che-
behind me, and it's really funny.
Yeah,
If we ever do face cam Minga, it'll be in the it'll be in the shot.
he asked me, like, he's like, should I get him a Trace McSorley? And I'm like, yeah. And I tried to get him. I said he should get you a Cardinals one because he wears number 19. But they don't have Cardinals jerseys for him yet.
Yeah, that would have been a lot funnier.
It
But
would have been a lot funnier. You know what would go? We should go to a Ravens game. You wear your Trace McSorley jersey, and I'll get a Ray Rice jersey.
you want my Patriots Cam Newton jersey?
No. I'll get a Ray Rice jersey for the Ravens. And then because I think they would make a great combo. Ray Rice with Trace McSorley would be great. Anyways, back to the Giants. They are the worst team in football right now, I think, performance-wise. The defense is not there. The offense cannot move the ball. And on top of that, Joe Judge he made some comments. He's getting totally grilled for them today, and he got grilled from yesterday. But they certainly were comments.
What were the comments?
Did you not hear
No.
these?
No.
He said, there are still people lined up to be free agents next year who are in my office every day, begging me to re-sign them to this team. And there are players who left last year, who left for more money, but they call me twice a week saying how much they wish they were back here.
I
And
want to call cap on that.
I'm like, listen, I liked him, and now I'm starting to lose a lot of faith in him. I liked him last year because he's like fundamental football discipline, and I'm like, yeah, I can get behind that. And then there's been zero progress in that. If anything, we've gone backwards. And then we made statements that we are going to be retaining him and Dan Jones into next year. Dan Jones, I'm
Which
fine.
Dan Jones is actually a good choice.
I legitimately think he just has not proven himself. I like, or not like hasn't proven himself. He hasn't had a chance to prove himself. Yeah. I legitimately think he can be a good starting caliber quarterback in the NFL, but he has just had zero chances.
He's shown himself too. He's shown he has what it takes.
He has flashes of brilliance, but he has been unable to put together a full season of just him playing his best football. And if I see that next year, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is good. But yeah, the Giants suck. Also, the Bears won because they sat Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Because I think he's injured. But Andy Dalton played. Oh, also, a couple weeks ago we missed this. Big Dick Nick played. He started.
I know. He wore a visor.
They won.
Yeah, and they tore.
They won the Seahawks. I think they beat the Seahawks.
I don't know.
I think that was the game. I'm pretty sure that was the game that they won. Or they played. Yeah, they played Nick Foles. He went 24 for 35, 250 yards, and a touchdown.
And why is he the third string? Big Dick Nick is...
I don't know how he's the third string.
Those are good numbers.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, they should have won, too.
Where is, I wonder how much longer does Nick Foles have on the Bears?
I don't know.
Let me see. He signed a 3-year, 24 million. When did he sign that? In 2020.
He signed a 3-year, 20 million.
20.
Oh God.
24.
So he's got one more year
17 is guaranteed. Next year is his last year.
Yeah, so he's got a year left, and then he gets released from Bears. The Bears purgatory.
He's a good backup.
He's a good. I was thinking about this the other day. He's a good backup, but not a good starter.
Yeah.
But yeah. Giants suck. The Bears are not good either, but the Giants own the Bears draft pick, so you know, is what it is.
Alrighty. Moving on to my worst. Tampa Bay against the Jets.
I don't think this is the worst. This was contention for best. This game was hilarious.
Hilariously dog shit. The okay, what's going on with Tampa Bay? Because they are shitting the bed.
Good. I don't want them to win.
Well, like, yeah, they've been winning games, but like, you got blown out by the Saints, which I know you're haunted by regular season Saints, Tom Brady, but like, you like not even a single, not even a field goal. And then you dog the Panthers, but the Panthers have stopped playing football ages ago. And then you almost lose to the Jets. Like, what? Zach Wilson was a baby when you were like 22. I think that's what it is.
Tom Brady had won a Super Bowl when Zach Wilson was 1 year old. That's the math. When
they have the same birthday and it's like 22 years apart.
Yeah, so Tom Brady was a senior at Michigan when Zach Wilson was born. I thought this game was fine. I'll defend the Bucks here because they have nobody. They have Gronk and
yeah,
Mike
and that's what I'm saying is your play calling is like shit when you have like you need to change your plays around when you don't have anybody, and they just haven't done anything.
Brady didn't do bad.
I'm not saying
Brady threw for 410 yards.
I'm not saying Brady did bad. I'm just saying the Bucks are shitting themselves, and the Bucks almost lost to the Jets.
The Bucks defense is kind of getting gassed though.
Yeah.
Like, cause their like big starters were out, and then I don't know. They're getting gassed because they're on reserves already. I don't think they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna make it far in playoffs.
I don't either.
And I think depending on their opponent, it's gonna be a first round exit.
But what could this mean for the Jets? Hopefully they beat Buffalo next week.
That would be funny.
But moving on to Antonio Brown news. Antonio Brown did not want to play in this game. And then he did. And then he sat down and Bruce Arians was like, "Go back up, you're playing." And then he said, "No, I'm not." And Mike Evans was like, "Nah, it's okay. Just like chill out, dude." And Antonio Brown was like, "The CTE setting in." So he chucked off his pads. And then so it's like 3rd and 6 or something. While the Bucks are in a huddle right now. He's rallying the crowd, jumping, throwing his gloves under the crowd, his shirt into the crowd, and just left. Like he put peace signs up, he just left.
Security almost went out on the field and tackled him.
Yeah, security thought he was just some guy, some New Jerseyan. Someone pointed out that Antonio Brown was very close to his incentives. He was like a receiving touchdown. Yeah, 8 receptions.
8 receptions and 55 yards and a touchdown, and he would have gotten his incentives.
Each of those
got $1 million.
Each of those incentives was $333 million, or $333,000, which they add up to $1 million.
He what is it? he left the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, I cannot wait to see his response on Twitter." And then he just posted an ad.
Oh yeah, he
I gotta
left
pull
and
it up.
he went and recorded a song and released a song.
Oh yeah, he did.
I haven't listened to it, but he did that. And then motherfucker, I don't know if was it today or yesterday that he was spotted at our Brooklyn Nets game.
Yeah, yesterday he was spotted at a Brooklyn Nets game, and apparently he was just on his phone the entire time. Which I think is even funnier than him just like actually watching the game. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for Antonio Brown's tweet.
Ah, yeah,
I
but
cannot find it.
he's no longer a Buck. Um,
No, he technically still is.
well, like
They
yeah,
haven't
okay,
released him
okay, yeah,
yet.
they technically haven't cut him, but he's gonna be cut soon. Um, nobody's gonna pick him up, but and with the way he's getting older, but the way he's performed, if he wants a job somewhere, like if someone offers, he'll take it. But that's only if he wants to play football anymore, because it kind of looks like he doesn't. It kind of
Ben? Or wait, I don't know who you're talking about.
AB,
Antonio Brown?
yeah.
Oh,
Like with the way
he's not playing.
with
No
the,
team's gonna pick him up.
with the way he performed, I don't know. I think some team would be like willing.
No. No team's gonna pick him up.
Not this season, but
I cannot find this. But anyways, Antonio Brown tweeted out something like Shifty Goblin or whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck it was. Oh, Super Gremlin. That's what it was.
super gremlin.
Super Gremlin. And it's just him in a fit with headphones. And that's it. That was his response to everyone being like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
And his new song, Pit Not the Palace.
Yeah? Is it any good? Have you listened to it?
I have not.
Oh man. I gotta
Uh
listen to it later. We gotta listen to it later. But yeah, the Jets
oh, he
almost win.
wow,
The Bucks.
these album covers he's releasing. Oh my god. Look at these album covers.
Oh, there's so much going on.
My personal favorite, Andrew
I like that.
Luck
I like the Andrew Luck one.
or
Um,
Timothy.
Timothy is very good. But yeah, I was just kind of watching this game. The Bucks were down, and then I'm like, surely
Fuck.
my dad. I was watching with my dad, and my dad was like, surely, they can't drive down the length of the field in under a minute. And then 4 pass attempts later, and Tom Brady's throwing a touchdown pass, and the Bucks win.
Mm-hmm.
I like how that's how the game ended. I'm a big fan about that. But yeah, this was a game.
Now moving on to that certainly was a game. The segue. Officially fan voted.
Officially, did Robert vote?
Yeah.
He did. That's very good.
I asked Robert what his favorite segment. That certainly was a game. That's my Robert impression. I had put, we had mixed feelings, but I had put Cleveland at Pittsburgh for Big Ben's Robert.
It's true. It is true.
That's
Thank
Robert.
you, Robert. Thank you, Robert.
I had put Cleveland and Pittsburgh for Big Ben's likely last home game in Heinz Field. They win 26-14, and this was a really weird game because
I didn't watch it.
I did.
I'm
whole
sorry.
he really didn't miss much. So the nobody scored in the first quarter. Then they scored. Oh shit. Uh, then they scored in the second, and then they also added a field goal, so they were up 10-0. Um, and what I saw the entire game is Browns players dropping catches. Like not Baker throwing a bad ball, which he did do a good couple times. Which we'll probably talk about Baker in a second. But
Or in the off season.
a lot of Browns players were just dropping balls. Like they were just not catching. It looked bad because there was a lot of plays where like the game would probably be different if they could just catch the ball. And they just couldn't. They couldn't catch the ball. And Baker was throwing picks, and they weren't good. Baker threw 2 picks. He went 16 for 38. So that's less than half. And 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. They were not good. Um, it was just really weird to watch. And then the Steelers couldn't really do anything for a bit.
I like Big Ben's numbers. 24 for 46 with 123 yards.
Oh yeah, he threw it a lot. But there was this one time, and I think the third or fourth quarter where he was like third down, and I don't remember if it was third and long, but they went for a long play, and Big Ben just wound up and just threw just a beautiful ball downfield. That must have been like 50 yards, 60 yards. And I'm like, well, there goes his arm. Nobody caught it. I think he overcooked. I think he overcooked whoever he was throwing to, or they were just in good coverage. But
Nice.
that was certainly something to watch. And then when it came down to the fourth quarter, um, the Browns were kind of making a comeback. It was, uh, 14 to me math 20, I think. And
14-19.
yeah, 14-19. And I was like, oh, the Browns could actually like come back here. They do an onside kick. It does not work. Um, wasn't really even that close. He even did like the Pat McAfee thing, the kicker where he like switched sides. Like he ran in from one side, backed up, ran in from the other side, and kicked it.
Nice.
But then the Steelers, they hand the ball off twice. They get a little bit. Then they hand the ball off one more time, and Najee Harris just goes in for a touchdown, and it's like, that's the game. Like that's there we go.
People were mad because Najee Harris didn't take a knee, but then Najee's like, I wanted to win people fantasy leagues. And I thought that was really funny.
You could see where he like stuttered at the end, where I was like, oh, is he gonna walk out? And then I was like, oh, Big Ben never does this. Let him rush in for a touchdown. That'd be awesome.
That would
But
have been funny. But
but
Najee's like, no. I gotta help some fantasy managers out.
Ben liked it anyways. He was like watching. He was very excited that
Yeah.
they scored. Which I mean, a crotchety old man is him. He's happy that they get to score and he doesn't have to hurt himself. But then the Browns are forced to punt, or did they pick? I think it was a pick. Um, and Big Ben was able to take a knee.
Yeah.
And there was time left where like where the clock was like running out, and Mike Tomlin he called a timeout to give Big Ben one more knee, but he was like because like the clock like did run out on the timer. They just didn't like the refs didn't call timeout quick enough.
I thought it was really funny how the Browns came into this game and they were already eliminated. Like they were
Yeah,
in it on Sunday and then they were already eliminated with someone won. I want to say it was Philly.
probably.
Or no, not Philly. I'm thinking of the wrong conference because I'm dumb. God, who was it? It might have been Vegas.
In any case, Browns missing the playoffs is not something we didn't see
Care
coming.
about. Well, at the beginning of the before the season started,
You had them as Super Bowl favorites.
I had them as Super Bowl favorites, and then OBJ decided that he doesn't like teammates anymore. Baker threw his arm out. Nick Chubb got
Hurt
injured,
everything.
and just overall, the Browns just stopped performing. And yeah. And then I was like, maybe I should rethink that. We'll get into that
Yeah.
probably next week.
Yep, but it was nice to Big Ben. He was very happy. Got his, he won his last home game. What more could you really ask for?
Yeah.
He's done a lot for the organization. He brought 2 touchdowns, 3 Super Bowl appearances. Like,
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I agree. Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
I totally agree.
On to the other games.
Other games too.
Other games. Atlanta played in Buffalo. And
You
Buffalo
motherfuckers, Atlanta, like, come on. They at halftime, they were up 15-14. I was like,
Atlanta had a good first half.
I know.
I was watching Red Zone. I was watching Red Zone all day. And Atlanta had a good first half. And then like they went the second quarter. Field goal, touchdown, field goal. And like that was all the scoring that happened in the second quarter. And then they scored a safety at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then Josh Allen decided to run in for a couple touchdowns, whatever. They came back and were up at halftime and then just totally lost it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, could Atlanta actually like win and like help the Patriots to the 4th seed? I'm like, this is very cool. And then I check back and I'm like, what happened? But I mean,
You know what's probably gonna happen?
Hmm.
It's probably gonna be Buffalo versus New England in the playoffs in the wild card round,
yeah, it is.
unless the Bills don't get the 4th seed, which I don't think.
And if
I
they
don't
don't
know.
get the 4th seed, they're gonna have the 5th seed.
Yeah. No, they could get the 3rd. I think they have to win, and
Bengals have 3rd. Yeah,
yeah, they'd have
Bengals
to
have
win, and the
3rd.
Bengals would have to lose.
Who are the Bengals playing?
The Browns.
Yeah.
And that's how Buffalo gets the 3rd. Because I think, yeah, because Kansas City's 11-5. Oh no, Kansas City could lose too. Because Buffalo has the head-to-head against them, against the Chiefs and the Titans. But the Titans are. Or, no, wait, never mind. I'm dumb. Unless I'm not. No,
The Titans are the 1 seed right
no,
now.
Titans. Yeah, because the Titans have the head-to-head against the Bills and the Chiefs. So for the best the Bills can get right now is the 2 seed. If Kansas City loses and what was the other team? Cincinnati. If the Bengals and the Chiefs both lose against the Titans, or not the Titans, against the Browns and the Broncos, then and the Bills beat the Jets. When the Bills beat the Jets, then the Bills can get the 2 seed. So lots of implications going on. But Buffalo looking like a good team. They're starting to utilize the run more. Devin Singletary got 110 yards and 2 touchdowns off of 23 carries. And I think that was a big problem with the Bills was they didn't run the ball, and they told Josh Allen, you have to play this game perfectly or else we lose.
I think
Yeah.
I think I would like to play the Bills because I just looked something up and I would love to play the Bills. Derrick Henry's going to practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's not fun. He's back.
They're gonna hold him out, I think, of their game.
There's no way could play him.
Tennessee plays Houston.
Especially with how their run has been going so far. Absolutely not.
I would hold Derrick Henry out.
Absolutely. Well, it's last game of the season. You hold a lot of guys out.
Houston. Well, you still win against Houston and you get the 1 seed. Tennessee.
It's not very hard to do.
Tennessee holds all the tiebreakers right now. So they beat Houston. They get the 1 seed. That's 2 weeks off for Derrick Henry to fully recover. And then they have the best path to the playoffs because they are, the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And then Derrick Henry comes back and runs for 200 yards on you. Do you know that Derrick Henry, despite leaving a game with injury in week 8, is still the 6th leading rusher in the NFL?
It's crazy. Well, yeah, he got like to 900 something yards so quick.
Yeah, he almost had 1,000-yard season in 8 games. That's like unheard of.
Because he started tearing up teams early. Let's see.
He got torn up.
Seahawks 200 yards the second game of the season. Didn't really do anything the first. Third game of the season 100 yards. Fourth game 160. Fifth game 130.
143.
Fifth game 100. He was averaging over 100 yards a game. He was averaging close to like 120 yards a game.
I think they should play him just so he gets 63 yards, so he can get his 1,000 yards.
Just put him in for one play. I'm sure he can get at least like 70 yards.
Put him in like the second or third quarter.
Put him in the fourth quarter.
Or in garbage time. Yeah, put him in garbage time so that he can try to get his 1,000 yards. Just give him a 1,000-yard season. He deserves it.
Suit him up for when the defense is huffing and puffing, and like on a play where the defense is gonna suck. Be like, oh, timeout, Derrick Henry, go.
Dude, that would be crazy.
Speaking of which, Tennessee Titans hosting the Miami Dolphins. Sorry, Robert, curb stomping the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that is the correct terminology.
They
relied a lot on the running for this game. Dante Foreman, 132 yards rushing and a touchdown.
He's been playing pretty good.
I know Dontrell Hilliard had a few good plays as well. He had 45 yards on 8 carries. Tannehill only had to throw 18 passes, and he completed 13 of them for 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Only got sacked once. He got like 130 rating. The Titans are just good.
Yeah, the Titans were stuck after losing Derrick Henry for a little bit, and they game planned perfectly. They figured themselves out, and they're back.
Well, because they were also out like everyone else.
All their receivers, that's true.
They were out Julio, who I believe also got hurt before this game and didn't play. And then A.J. Brown was out, who popped off last week against San Francisco. This week he only had 2 receptions for 41 yards, but they also didn't throw a lot. And then on their defense, they played well. I think, they had an interception.
Titans defense is good, especially their front four. Yeah, but ever since Derrick Henry got injured, It took a couple games, but once the Titans played the Patriots, where we both had pretty strong run games, um, Donta Foreman has been playing great. Dontrell Hilliard, too. They've both stepped up in the running back room,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like re-solidified the Titans' strong run game. Um, Good coaching, amazing coaching to pull yourself out of that. And I
Yeah,
know
Mike
it
Vrabel is.
took guys getting healthy, but you also had to change your game plan and you had to figure out how to win games, and you did. They did it, and
Yeah,
now they're the 1 seed right now.
Mike Vrabel is the front runner for Coach of the Year right now, and I agree. I can agree with that. Um, Miami, on the other hand, uh, they didn't play that great. Tua went 18 for 38, 205 yards, and an interception. Their leading rusher was Duke Johnson with 49 yards. Miles Gaskin only had 23. Uh, no touchdowns because they only scored 3 points. But it was just like a sort of meh game. Like, if you watch this team play, you would not have thought the Miami Dolphins had just won 7 straight. You really wouldn't have. And that was like the big storyline was, oh, Miami's the first team to lose 7 straight and then win 7 straight. And they're the only team to start 1-7 to still have a chance in the playoffs. And then they got fucked by the Titans, and then that playoff chance just died.
They're not eliminated though.
Yeah, they are.
They are the Dolphins.
Miami's out. Miami's out.
I didn't know that.
They were out on the same game that
Oh,
put the
because
Browns out.
no, yeah, I'm looking at the stats. Because if you're not 9-7, you're out.
Yeah.
Because the
Well,
three
no, because the Ravens are still in it though.
how?
Let's see. Well, yeah, the
Because
Ravens are still in it. We'll get to this later. The Ravens are still in it. I like
it's
the
gotta
Ravens
be a
in the
point
division.
differential because even if they would have to win and the Chargers, Raiders, and Colts would all have to lose for the Ravens to be in.
Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a division. It's not a divisional thing. Maybe it's a conference thing.
It would have to be a conference thing because um well, if the Ravens lose, obviously they're out. But they're playing the Steelers, which means they'll likely win, putting them at 9-8. And
And
there's
that's
only
not
two
enough.
more wild card spots left in the AFC. So that would mean the Chargers, Raiders, or Colts, two of those teams would have to lose.
I don't know. There's a whole thing.
And
Miami's eliminated.
mathematically, with the point differential, like I'm sure like somebody has to lose more than another team. But
Yeah. There's
anyway,
some
there's
shit that's going
math.
on. Uh, yeah. And speaking of,
Playoffs.
no, I just want to see what you're gonna say. I was gonna stop.
Oh,
Vegas played Indy. Uh, two teams who can still clinch playoff scenarios, but are not guaranteed right now. Um, Vegas played in Indy and won 23-20.
good game.
Uh, actual good game. I almost put this as my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Carr, he went 24 for 31 with a touchdown and 2 picks. But besides the picks, he looked actually like really good.
He looked amazing.
Uh, Indy picked up their first loss with Jonathan Taylor rushing over 100 yards.
Yeah, they were boasting at the beginning of this game, like, oh, when JT goes for over 100 yards, they haven't lost, and then he did.
Yeah, the thing is, when you're in that fourth quarter, you have to rely on Carson Wentz, who is not the best in late game. I'll say it.
But
Carson Wentz in the first 3 quarters is good. Like he can win you games. Carson Wentz in the fourth quarter is not very good.
I would actually
and
have to agree with you.
and cannot win games most of the time.
But Derek Carr, I mean, this was a must-win for the Raiders.
Yeah,
John
if they
Madden.
lost, they were eliminated. If they lost, they were eliminated. And I think if Indy had won, they would have been in.
I'm saying this was John Madden game.
Oh yeah,
This was like for the organization. This was a must-win, and for playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Indy
If
had
if
won,
they lost this, I'm pretty sure they were out.
yeah. If Vegas had lost, no, if Vegas had lost, I'm pretty sure they still would have had some miracle scenario. But if Indy had won, they would have already clinched a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, that's all really about that game.
Yeah,
I think.
Derek Carr is really a guy. Again, the 2 picks aside, he played actually fantastic.
Derek Carr is a good
Derek Carr
quarterback.
is a good quarterback. Moving on.
Yeah, you can go off on this one.
My New England Patriots kind of dogged on Jacksonville, which we saw. We hosted them in Gillette. You know, 2 rookie quarterbacks, one in a bad system, one in a Bill Belichick system. I thought this was funny when we scored our final points. The announcer when the Patriots have put a 50 burger on the Jags. And I thought that was hilarious and immediately opened up the Minga document to write that down. But the Patriots, they just did everything correct this game. Their offense was good, their defense was good. Mac Jones, he went 22 for 30. He threw for 227 yards and 3 touchdowns. Our defense, there was only 1 punt, 1 field goal. The rest of the drives, the rest of our drives for that entire game resulted in touchdowns. Nelson Aguilar was out with a concussion, so we had Christian Wilkerson up from the practice squad. In the first quarter, he caught his first ever NFL catch. Second quarter, first ever NFL touchdown. Which was good. You love to see. I love to see him playing. Like, he played pretty all right, like a number 3 guy. He made some hard catches, but he made a lot of catches where he dropped balls where he really shouldn't have. Me just getting the specifics of my team.
Mhm.
But with this, we clinched a playoff spot. Still fighting the Bills for the division. It doesn't really matter at this point. Our record with away games. It'll be a bit colder in Buffalo, but our away record is, probably must be one of the top in the NFL, if not the best. If we play in Gillette, that's great, but the Bills will have to lose to the Jets, which is an unlikely scenario, honestly. So we'll be seeing the Bills in the playoffs, likely, not for sure, but likely.
I don't know. It's gonna be. A lot of things have to happen for that to like.
A
For
lot of
that to
things are gonna happen, and it's hard to predict, but a likely scenario is we're gonna see the Bills again.
A likely scenario is Patriots Bills.
Yep.
But if the Chiefs or the Bengals lose, then that's not happening. If
We'll get to that when we get to that, though.
yeah. Yeah, a lot has to happen.
Uh,
Trevor Lawrence sucked.
he did. He just didn't look amazing.
No, he sucked. Say it.
Okay, Trevor
You can
Lawrence.
say it. You're allowed to.
I really have so much hope for him. Trevor Lawrence, he played like dog shit. He had 3 picks, which were really bad picks. He threw for 193 yards, 17 for 27, 1 touchdown. It was a late touchdown, I believe.
It was. It was after you guys put 50 on him, I'm pretty sure.
It was in the fourth quarter. It was
Yeah,
just,
it was the last score of the game. It was 50-3 at one point.
I was just like watching him. It's tough. But again,
Can I ask?
go ahead.
Can I ask? Why do you guys think that you tried a 2-point conversion when you were up 50-3?
My guess
Is there a
is just
reason?
to do it. I don't know, to practice it.
Yeah,
I mean, why else would you do a 2-point conversion that late? It's good to practice them.
I guess. All right.
We didn't make it, but I was also confused why we just didn't kick a field goal, get our players off of
The extra point.
yeah, or the extra point. Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Ramondre Stevenson. 107 yards, 2 touchdowns off of 19 carries.
I remember saying this in covering preseason how Mondre was a beast in preseason, and he got moved up to our number 2 guy. Oh, he's so good. I think he was our 3rd or 4th round pick. Very good.
Man, Jacksonville only had 11 first downs.
I think he was our 4th round pick. Hold on.
11 first downs is not a lot. But yeah, the Jags, they suck. They're not good.
Yeah, he was our 4th rounder.
That's good usage out of a 4th round pick.
I know.
In their first season, I would say.
Why are the Patriots so good at drafting late? I mean, Christian Barmore, our 2nd rounder, is awesome. We drafted
This was the first year I've seen the Patriots draft in the first round. Just period.
Yeah.
Because they usually have a late pick, like in the late 20s, because they usually make it pretty far. And then they'll just trade back.
Because we know, because we know we're gonna get the guy we want, so get more use out of their pick.
And I'm just like, And Belichick in the 2nd and 3rd round usually isn't great. Once he hits 4th, that dude pops off for no reason.
Our 2nd rounder, Christian Barmore, he's a D tackle. He plays really good. Our 3rd rounder is a D end who hasn't done much. I don't think. I think he's either injured
your draft this year, I think, was fantastic. I would put it as like one of the best draft classes that you guys have had in a while.
Ronnie Perkins. I haven't seen him really do much. He was a linebacker.
I've heard the name, so he must have been at least decent. Let's how far down is he on the depth chart? Let's find out. Linebacker, you think?
It doesn't. I don't see any stats, so he has not played.
He is indeed on IR.
Yeah, he hasn't played. Well, also our safety, Joshua Bledsoe, also hasn't played yet.
Also on IR. Yeah, but Belichick's keeping those guys around for a reason, so something's gonna happen at least.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Philly, Washington. Jalen Hurts played some football. 17 for 26, 214 yards. I would say that is pretty good, if you ask me.
Jalen Hurts has only gotten better through his time. He has not gotten worse. Yeah, he's better every game he plays. And the way I saw him talking in a press conference, he's a smart quarterback. He has good football knowledge. He's very smart.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be his weak point, and then it wasn't. And like he knows what's going on, and I'm like, because he's proficient with his arm. I wouldn't say he's excellent. He's got a good arm.
Yeah.
But where he's really a dual threat quarterback that nobody's talking about. I'm pretty sure he leads his team in rushing. He does.
It's because he was a late 2nd rounder, and nobody wants to talk about him because he didn't go in the 1st round, so not 1st round status.
I thought he was gonna go in the 1st round last year.
Everybody did.
He just didn't. I'm shocked he went over Jordan Love. Or the Packers took Jordan Love over him. I thought he was much better.
If the Packers took Jalen Hurts?
My friend who's a Saints fan really wanted Jalen Hurts. And now I'm just thinking, what could have happened? What could have been?
Saints would have made the playoffs easy.
Yeah. On top of that, Taylor Heineke played a game. It was a weird game he played,
I'm
but
so
27 for 36.
confused because he plays good and then he doesn't at some points, and like you see how he can be so good and then his knowledge lacks here and his skill lacks there, and I'm so confused if he's a guy or not. I'm
That
so
interception he
confused.
threw, the interception he threw wasn't even bad.
No, it wasn't really
Like,
that
that's not
bad.
even his fault. It got tipped up in the air, and then some Eagles players decided, fuck yeah, I gotta get this, and he ran and he just dove and caught it. But like, no touchdowns thrown by him. Uh, just a one Jarrett Patterson run. Who I think Jarrett Patterson, he had a decent game, 12 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown.
Taylor
But
Heineke was thrown in last year and he did all right, and then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Taylor Heineke," and then they got Fitzmagic to start over Heineke, and then Fitzmagic got injured. Now, wonder how he's doing, by the way. I know Heineke's, the guy, but is he a guy? He's so confusing.
yeah, I don't know. The highlight of this game was the railing collapsing at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, when people were trying to high five Jalen Hurts, and then
Yeah,
they
Jalen Hurts,
leaned over, and the thing collapsed, and then everybody just like took out their sharpies and was like, "Hey, can you send my hat?"
yeah, Jalen Hurts was like walking to the tunnel, and they had some what is it? They had a camera following him. Like, oh, that's a sick shot, and it was a pretty sick shot of him walking into the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then the railing just collapses, like full on just goes. And I saw a tweet that someone made that just said the stadium in FedEx Field is made out of toothpicks and glue, because it really is. Earlier this year, there was the incident where the sewer pipe burst, and there was a bunch of poop water sprayed on some fans, and then there was that, and just the entire Washington organization as a whole is, I think, the worst organization in professional sports. I genuinely think so. You have a full on like racist, misogynist creep as your owner, and
Who
like your
has been
stadium's falling apart.
screamed at to change your racist name?
Yeah. Then like just everything is so poorly done. You had like the fact where there's an NFL investigation going in on the culture. When there's a league investigation on your culture, I think something's going wrong with you.
So Taylor Heineke this season has gone 3,299 passing yards, 20 to 15 touchdowns, interceptions. That's not
That's not
not great.
great.
Uh 86.5 QB rating, 65.5 completion percentage, and also Taylor Heineke has taken snaps for the Texans and Panthers. He has 10 passing yards on the Texans and 300 passing yards on the Panthers, and 17 and 18.
Huh. And then he went to the St. Louis Battlehawks as a backup. You know
Oh,
the St. Louis Battlehawks?
hmm?
You know the St. Louis Battlehawks
What about him?
of the XFL? Taylor Heineke was their backup.
Yeah, I know. I know he
Are
went
we
to the
gonna
XFL.
start? Are we gonna cover the USFL?
Oh no, I think we have to.
It's coming in April. We
Um,
gotta go to a game. We gotta go to a
I'll go.
New Jersey.
Yeah. Washington announced that they are changing their name in February, like the February 2nd or something, or February 3rd.
February 2nd, and it already got leaked that it's probably gonna be the Admirals.
I thought Commanders is what I saw.
I saw Admirals.
It got there was a teaser that there's stars on the collar, so it's going to be something to do with the army.
Yeah.
Like you
Everyone
can't keep
thought,
football team with a jersey like that.
yeah, everyone was thinking, or everyone was thinking like Red Wolves or Wolves, but then they decided that they couldn't because of trademark issues, which I thought was funny. But man, that team in Washington, what a train wreck.
Yeah.
And now the Rams and Baltimore is the next game that played. This is a really good game too.
This
I
is
almost put this as my best.
this
I'll
is
be real.
a strange game.
Um, Stafford had some picks, two of them to be exact. That some of them weren't even his fault, or one
One
of
of
them was his fault.
One was a linebacker fooled him and like just sat behind his
Yeah,
receiver, and then when he threw the ball, he was like, "Mine."
yeah. And then
The other one was his fault, I think.
yeah, the other one was like a 50-50 ball or something, or it got tipped or something dumb.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
he threw for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns, so not bad,
It's all right.
not bad, not terrible numbers. Uh, if I remember correctly, the Rams scored at like almost last second.
It was a very
Yeah,
close game, and then the Rams won it.
yeah, the Rams won it at the with a minute left. Uh, but yeah, this was a weird game. Now I'm looking at it. Mark Andrews had 90 reception yards.
Oh, I have
Tyler Huntley.
I have a typo.
Oh, do you? Let
I
me see if
do.
I can point it out.
Uh, hmm?
Let me.
uh,
Wait, oh, did you already fix it?
no. Stafford threw for 309 yards.
Oh, yeah. That sounds more like him.
Yeah, I was like 209. That's all. That's all right.
Yeah, Cooper Cup for
I
half of them.
figured he would have thrown for a little bit more, but
Yeah,
I went and checked the game, and yep,
yeah.
might be.
Uh, Tyler Huntley, he threw for almost 200 yards and a pick. Went 20 for 32, but like not terrible. Tyler
He's
Huntley isn't terrible.
he's been playing like a Taylor Heineke type of quarterback, where he's been thrown into a position, and he's been doing all right with this what he's been doing.
Yeah. So you wrote down a guy for another team. I'm gonna say no, because I think he is a perfect Lamar Jackson clone and works so well in this system.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you see passing, his passing yards like he had almost 200 this game versus Green Bay. He had 215
He has
against Cleveland,
940 on the
70.
season.
Yeah, 210 against Chicago. But then you look at his rushing. He had 54 yards against the Rams, 73 against Green Bay, 45 against Cleveland, 40 against Cincy. Like, he's putting up rushing numbers too.
I,
Like,
I
decent rushing numbers.
I agree that he should stay in Baltimore. I only put that down is because whenever a backup is good, every team freaks out and wants to sign
No,
him as a starter.
I think there's too many good quarterbacks right now. I don't think there are 32 guys better than him.
I agree with you on both those things. My only point was, do you would there be an overreaction by the league, which happens every time.
Yeah, there could be. It did happen with Nick Foles. Happened with Taylor Heineke. Yeah, I mean it's a possibility, but
No,
the Rams.
Baltimore's a great place for him.
Baltimore's a great place for him. The Rams put themselves in a good spot for the NFC West, and Baltimore still in contention for a spot, but
They're not making the
we'll get
playoffs.
to that later.
Um,
The 4 o'clock games: Denver and the Chargers. Uh, Drew Lock comes in. This man plays. This man plays for Denver.
man plays.
This man plays. 18 for 25, 245 yards and a touchdown.
I've been saying this all year. Once you put
Good
Drew in,
number.
he's going to ball out. What did he do? He balled
He balled
out.
out. He actually balled out.
He did.
Like
I was watching the recap because I didn't watch too much of this game because 4 o'clock's when I go to work.
Yeah.
But
I watched this on Red Zone.
but
Pretty
he
good.
was just chucking balls downfield, and they were good, and they were in the right spot, and people and his receivers caught him, and I was like, yes, Drew, yes, this is what we want, and he has nothing to show for it because they only put up 13 points.
Yeah, I think he just has to like do better game management, I would say. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah, I got it.
I would say play calling, which is mostly on Vic Fangio, and just overall better where to get the ball, how to get it. But like he's still basically a rookie when you think about it.
Yeah,
Like this is his
yeah.
second year. He didn't play too much last year. He played in like the last 3 games. And he only played in this is only like his second game this season. So I mean, you can give him some slack, and then you can also give him some slack because he played against Justin Herbert,
Who
who went 22 for 31, 237 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm honestly so happy for the Chargers because Justin Herbert grew up a Chargers fan, so he was ecstatic to have his name called. He's a great quarterback. He fits their system. He's an electric type player. Pun now intended. Now that I think about
Oh man,
it, and
I didn't like how you just did that.
he's just an LA guy. He just fits, and I love
Yeah,
it. And he's so fun to watch because he can run out and he can throw it on the run very accurately. But when a play develops, you can just see him step back and he has a very open stance when he's like gonna throw it downfield that you just know, and he
mhm.
just cooks it downfield and throws a perfect ball, and he's so fun to watch. And I like the Chargers a little bit because of that.
I like how he's afraid of the camera.
I do think it's a
He's
good
he,
bit. He runs away from the camera, and it is a good bit.
so at training camp they were like filming him walking in, and every day, and he like tried to get out of it every time. Like he'd cover his face.
He
One time
switched jerseys one time.
switched jerseys and like had snuck onto the field. And then in this game they were showing the jumbotron, and he was up there and he looked up at it and he like tried to like get away like really quickly and hide behind something. I thought it was very funny.
It's a good bit.
It is a good bit. Um, the Chargers put themselves in a good spot to clinch a playoff spot, I believe.
Yeah, if they
Yep,
just gotta
they
win next
winning their
week, who are they
winning
playing?
it. All right.
Uh,
Houston and San Fran. This was a weird game. I didn't like this game.
I did.
I didn't. I didn't think this was good. Davis Mills and the Houston Texans offense played a game.
He
21, 21 for 32, 163, touchdown and a pick. That's like not bad rookie numbers.
he's been playing good. He's been cooking he cooked the Chargers earlier this season.
They did cook the Chargers earlier.
He's we were talked about this when he was first put in, how he would have been a first rounder, like pretty good consensus first rounder if he stayed in college for one more year. But he didn't.
Um, I don't know.
That's what analysts projected him as a first rounder if he stayed in college.
Well, that's also like hindsight.
I guess, yeah. But
I don't think I would have. I don't think. I
he's
don't know.
had 300-yard games.
That's pretty good.
Um, he's played really good. Um, he's in a weird system because like the Texans aren't like dog shit, but they are dog shit. Do you get that?
And they also have Deshaun Watson on their roster,
Yeah. The,
which
the Texans are weird because like they show that they can be all right. I think they're all right. I think if you had the Texans are all right. You know what I mean?
yeah, they also kind of had a tough schedule.
They did.
Like they played the Bills, the Patriots. They have to play the Colts and the Titans twice. They played the Cardinals and the Rams, like, and the Chargers and the Niners, and they beat the Chargers. Like, those are some tough games you got to play. So, I think even with Deshaun, this team misses the playoffs.
Yeah.
There's my hot take. Even with Deshaun, this team misses the playoffs.
There's just nobody on the team that can do anything. But Jimmy Garoppolo did not play this game for the Niners. Trey Lance put in, and I love Trey Lance because nobody talks about him, and he's such a good player.
Play.
Yeah,
Nobody talks about him because he doesn't play. That's why no one talks about him.
I guess. But I
People
think
talk about him when they're like, "Oh, is he gonna play? Is he gonna play?" That's the only time.
he's sit behind Jimmy, which is awesome. A quarterback actually gets to learn behind someone with knowledge.
I'm a big fan of that. I'm always a big fan of that.
Yeah. Um, I love the Trey area. And then he plays good. I mean, he had flashes where he was like playing bad. He threw a pick.
Yeah.
But he went 16 for 23, 249 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was throwing good balls. And he's like he's a bright future for San Fran. Like give him a couple years to like understand the NFL and get a lot smarter cuz he has the skill. He just needs to build his NFL knowledge, which he is doing right now cuz he just gets to sit behind a clipboard, which is
Yep.
awesome. That's exactly what you want.
San Fran's running game. I know we've talked about this in the past, but San Fran's running game is elite. Elijah Mitchell, I think he's a rookie, but like 120 yards on the ground, plus Debo becoming the best running receiver in the game.
Yeah.
Why can I not get to the game I want? There it is. Yeah. Brandon Ayuk, a underrated receiver, I would say. He had 94 yards on 4 receptions. Kittle exists still. I know it's crazy.
Kittle has been playing great.
Yeah. But yeah, San Fran is just like a shockingly well-rounded team that I think just got unlucky at certain parts in the season. If you know what I'm if you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Like they're not a bad team by any means. But like just sort of weird strokes of luck. Like they lost to Seattle twice. Their schedule is kind of hard. Like the games they lost are understandable losses. Packers, Seahawks, Cardinals, Colts, Cardinals, Seahawks, Titans. Those aren't bad losses. I don't know. They're just a weird team.
Yeah.
Moving on. Panthers. Saints. New Orleans still in the hunt for the playoffs. Yeah, New Orleans wins. 18-10. Taysom Hill played okay. Sam Darnold played not good. And the Panthers are just not good at football. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I wrote down the Panthers kind of clocked out early this season once they started to realize that they're dog shit.
They started 3-0. You remember when they started 3-0 and I was like, "Oh, Panthers, oh, Panthers." And I'm just like, they're not going to be good.
I
They're not going
thought
to
I fell on that train. I was like, oh yeah.
I knew they were going to make the playoffs. I'm like, "No. Surely they don't." And then they've been 2-11 since. And one bad free agent Cam Newton signing later, and they're 5-11 out of the playoffs.
It wasn't bad at first, but I want it. I like Cam Newton, and I stuck my nose out for him. I want him to be good. He wasn't.
I want everyone to be good. It's just like
Yeah.
he's not. He's
Yeah.
just not, and you gotta face the reality of that.
He is no longer good.
It's not a lot to say about this game. New Orleans kept their playoff hopes alive, and That's it.
Yeah. I don't have anything else.
We're gonna move on to a fucking phenomenal game, though.
Almost certainly was.
Almost certainly was. Detroit and Seattle. Seattle wins 51-29. Uh, I'm like trying to think of how to describe this game.
Tim Boyle.
Boy, out of UConn.
Yeah, let's go.
He played for UConn and then was dog shit. He threw 1 touchdown for 13 interceptions. And then transferred to Eastern Kentucky, an FCS school. And got like drafted in like the 7th round. And now he's the Lions backup for Jared Goff.
Hey, I mean, you're in the NFL.
He got there. He went 22 for 37, 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then 3 picks. So not bad, except the 3 picks. Amon-Ra St. Brown, one of the most underrated rookie wide receivers. 111 yards, 1 touchdown.
He has really shined on the Lions.
He's a bright spot for the Lions, and if I were that team, I would build around him because he has the possibility to be elite. But they only scored 29 points, and that's they lost because Russell Wilson went 20 for 29, 236 yards and 4 touchdowns, which in and of itself is good. But then Rashad Penny, who I picked up this week for fantasy.
I thought you were out of playoffs.
I am, but there's still consolation games. So I'm in right now. I'm in the last place game. Whoever loses this week, this next week, whoever loses this next week is like the last place in our league. And I picked up Rashad Penny, and he might have saved my season, but then again, I'm probably still gonna lose anyways. 25 carries for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, which is pretty good.
TJ, oh no. People are dicking around in the Twitch chat. A lot of hydrate and posture check. If I hydrate anymore, I'm gonna have to pee. But I
want you to know I have 20,000 channel points that I can use. Yo, Robert's
God
getting
damn it, Robert.
Yeah.
You have 20,000 channel points?
Yeah,
that's just because you have it on. Pickle victory! No!
That's awesome. This is great. I'm glad that we're doing this.
Okay.
DK
Metcalf had 3 touchdowns that game. I don't know if you said that, but
yeah, DK Metcalf was getting mad earlier this year because they sucked and he wasn't getting any receptions, and then he got receptions and got touchdowns, and now he's no longer mad.
This is a raid we.
I agree. Thank you, Pickle Victory. Yeah, that's it for this game, I think.
Moving on. Last game. Sunday Night Football. Oh, that. Oh, yeah, what is the last game?
It's the last game we're covering.
Yes. Minnesota at Green Bay. I mean,
COVID.
Yeah. I mean, what else did we really think was gonna happen?
Man's been
with Kirk Cousins
forever. Even with Kirk Cousins,
I don't know if they'd win. Sean Mannion came in 22 for 36, 189 yards, 1 touchdown. Get him out of the NFL. Guys suck stick.
Those aren't terrible.
He didn't play great.
Their third start.
He didn't play great.
Terrible numbers. I'm surprised that they didn't go to Dalvin Cook more, especially because it was like 6 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh my God! Sean Mannion led the team in rushing yards
Oh no.
with 14.
Eh.
What happened? Where's Derrick Henry or not Derrick, Dalvin Cook? He 9 carries for 13 yards. How do you only h- how do you only give Dalvin Cook the ball 9 times in a freezing game? I don't understand.
And the third round quarterback Kellen Mond for the Vikings. He was available to play. He's from Texas A&M. When asked about it, uh, who's the Viking head coach? I forget.
Mike Zimmer.
Mike Zimmer. I knew that.
I don't want to see him. I see him all week.
Anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. He was like, oh, what about your rookie quarterback? No, I don't want to see him. Why not? Because I see him at practice all week. Like, one, ouch. Like, you just lost all respect. Like, Kellen Mond lost all respect for you right
I
there.
would request the trade.
That's
I would
so
request the trade right then and
so
there.
disrespectful. I mean, like, especially as a rookie, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah. But also Jordan Love went in the game.
He did.
He threw 2 for 4 for 19 yards. So good for him. But
A
Devontae
Rod,
Adams is
good.
that guy.
Yeah, he was just running really good routes, and then Aaron Rodgers was like, "I'm good football thrower," and just I don't know. Fine, he's Aaron Rodgers. He's good.
I oh my, there's a person on the Packers named Equanimous. Thanks. Oh, e, I'm trying to like pronounce this. Equanimous Saint Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from? Notre Dame. Huh. He's number 19 for the Packers. That's crazy. That someone has a name that someone named their child Equanimous.
There is someone in the league named Lil Jordan Humphrey.
There is a little
L
Jordan
L I L apostrophe.
Jordan. I liked the last episode where I was sending you a bunch of just Pittsburgh Steeler names that were funny. Who did I saw Isaiah Loudermilk in a game. I saw him play.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Loudermilk.
Loudermilk played a game and I was very happy. Um anyways, Rodgers is good. The Packers is good and clinched the 1 seed.
Good for them. No one's surprised really with how
No.
they've been playing. They have
Yeah,
not lost in Lambeau this season.
that's true. I think the Packers I think they have a decent shot at Super Bowl.
I'd say they're Super Bowl favorites.
You would say they're favorites
Yeah.
over everyone?
Yes.
All right.
In the NFC, I'm saying.
Oh. Okay.
Like the NFC, they're gonna win the NFC Championship.
I can see that. All right.
There's no one better than them right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hot take.
All right. Yeah, that is a hot take.
We don't have predictions because we didn't do it last time, but on the year what we did, we could just read what we have. I am 85 for 63 because I have thrown a couple of funnies in there, but also because the NFL has been so weird to predict. That puts me at a 5.74 average. I have 2 perfect games. Anthony is 87 for 61, puts him at a 5.87 average, and he has 3 perfect games.
Yeah, fuck you.
Meaning we called the exact score or how much they're gonna win by.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to add the fourth. because even though we didn't do Minga 2 weeks ago, I remember saying "fuck you" because I got the Chargers Chiefs game correct.
All right. Well, he has 4.
I have 4.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
we were in a call. We were playing a game, and we were watching that game. And I'm like, "Hey, Nacho, remember when I said Chiefs by I think it was 10, or no, it was Chiefs by 6.
It was, and it was a last-second touchdown.
It was the last second touchdown, and they won. I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Moving on to our week 18, the last week of the regular season. Predictions.
Previews,
Previews.
predictions,
No, predictions. I was right.
previews,
Okay.
predictions.
Our Saturday game, we have Kansas City in Denver. Who you got?
Hold on, I gotta find it.
All right. Well, personally, I'm gonna have to take Kansas City here.
Okay, I'm gonna also take Kansas City.
I don't see how they would lose this game, honestly. Um, yeah, it's Kansas City. I'm sure Patrick Mahomes will not play a full game. Why would they need to, really? If they're up by enough, just have him play a little
Uh,
bit.
yeah, I think if they get an early lead in the second half, we might see who's the Chiefs' backup. Is it still Chad
It's
Henne?
Chad Henne. Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe he's still there.
is he? Let's find out. Fuck, I hit Rops. Yeah, Chad Henne or Shane Buchel.
Either way, I'm sure Pat will be pulled early, just for no risk of injury there.
Yeah, that's probably a safe bet.
Uh,
Um, what are you saying? What's the score?
I didn't think of that yet. I'd say they're gonna win by.
17.
I'm gonna say 13.
Okay, fair. All
Uh,
right, next game on Saturday. Dallas, 10-5, already clinched the NFC East. At Philly, who has clinched a playoff berth.
I'd love to see the math there. I don't understand why, but um,
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Philly here.
you're taking Philly?
I'm gonna take Philly here. I think Philly's gonna win this game. Um,
You're allowed to have wrong opinions.
the the boys are a little battered and bruised. Um, and Philly's just been playing pretty good. I'm gonna take Philly by uh 8.
Philly by 8. I want to take the boys. Uh, by like 6, and that's only because Dallas wants to fight for positioning. Dallas would probably rather play a home game against the 7 seed than play against the Cardinals. And if they win and other teams lose, then you know they could they could jump. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna take Dallas. They're in a more dire need to win. Philly's playing on the road either way. They're gonna be the 6 or 7 seed either way.
Yeah.
So like it's not that big of a deal for them. Um, now going to Sunday, Cincinnati, Cleveland.
Oof.
Wait, is there? Oh, there. Never mind. Holy
Um.
shit, you're really making me jump around for these.
Why?
Nothing.
I thought I had switched them around. Are you on ESPN or Google?
I'm on the doc. I wrote it down earlier in the episode, and then you switched them around. So
Oh,
now my doc is just
well,
off.
you said earlier that they're all fucky wucky, so I went into ESPN while we were talking and I switched them.
Yeah, but you switched them after I had already written them down. So now it's fucky wucky for me. All right, go Cincinnati, Cleveland. Who you got?
Cincinnati, easy, honestly. Like the
Yep,
Cleveland is dog shit.
yep. They wanna try to clinch the 1 seed.
Um, man,
Man, indeed. I agree.
Let's go 27.
27. I was thinking about the 20s, and I'm like, no, that might be too extreme.
I don't
But
think
they're
so.
also sitting Baker. Baker is like getting surgery like tomorrow, I think.
I don't feel like it's a bad assumption considering they can tear up the Ravens like it's nothing. The Browns suck. But Joey
Yeah,
can
but
just throw the ball and touchdown easy.
they're gonna be resting him, I think, in the second half if they're up by enough. I'm gonna say 17. Football's a lot, or I'll say 16. Makes me a lot closer just because it's probably gonna be a game of backups right here.
I'm staying.
All right. Green Bay clinching the 1 seed, probably resting Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones maybe. At Detroit, who is quite literally, they're gonna be fighting for the #1 draft pick, #1 overall, but with them in Jacksonville. Both teams trying to lose. Who do you got?
Uh, the Lions?
no, no. Like, is this for real?
They lost against the Saints, and now they're gonna lose their first and last game. I mean,
What great logic.
Jordan Love fucking sucks. Like, this is kind of a bit, but also kind of not. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah, I know.
a possibility. The Detroit put up 29 against the Seahawks.
That's the Seahawks. Are you telling me that the Packers with their backups are still the equivalent of the Seahawks?
Lions by 3. What do I
You
have to
say
lose?
so. The prediction finals?
Mm-hmm. In which
Alright, that's fair.
what's the punishment?
$1.
You're fucking on.
Alright, you heard it here first, folks. Winner gets $1. I'm gonna take Green Bay by like 7.
That's
Only because they're playing their backups.
mm-hmm.
Alright. Next game, Chicago, Minnesota. Who
Is Kurt on COVID?
Kurt should be uncovid by then.
Then Minnesota. Actually, no, yeah. In this case, Minnesota. By
It's against the Bears. I don't think there would be much discussion.
by I'll just go like 11. Be weird.
Oh, we're going weird. I'm gonna say 15.
Wait, how can you get 11?
15's
You can get
if you get 2 touchdowns and your opponent gets a field goal, you win by 11.
yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. The football team plays the Giants. Who do you got?
Giants.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, man. That was sad.
I would if Taylor Heineke wasn't doing all right, but I don't think Mike Glennon can do much.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
Mike Glennon got benched for a guy who got benched for Mike Glennon.
that's so true.
I mean,
Mike Glennon got benched for a guy that got benched for Mike Glennon.
yeah.
That's. I hate how correct that statement is. I really do. Oh. All right. So how much you got the football team by?
I'll just go with
The Admirals.
a 10.
10. Okay.
Not too much. Not too bad.
So I would pick the Giants just for shits and giggles, but we got $1 on the line now.
We got a McChicken on the line.
The Giants fucking suck. Holy shit, we're bad. We got curb stomped by the Bears. By the Bears. Ugh. Washington by 17. It's not even gonna be close. And I hate that. Alright. Next game. Indy, Jacksonville. Indy's got to get in.
A lot of people have. Wait, does Indy miss the playoffs if they lose?
Let's find out. Indy.
There's a
Indy
lot.
has to lose. And like the Chargers have to lose or have to
That's be a good ass game. We'll get to that
Chargers.
later.
Basically.
So I was gonna pick Jacksonville out of funny because a lot of people have the season writing on Jacksonville winning,
But now there's a McChicken on the line.
but motherfucking, that's like a fourth of a 4 for 4 right there. $1. Holy
Shit.
Indy, they're gonna. I mean, who do they really need on the field? Carson Wentz can go play receiver if he wants to.
Yeah.
I'll just say like Indy by 17.
I'm gonna say Indy by 20.
That's fair.
Alright. This should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you got?
I think I'm gonna take the Steelers.
I have the Steelers as well. I write them down. I wrote them down earlier. I got them.
Just because, fuck you, Baltimore.
Fuck you, Baltimore.
I hope you miss the playoffs. I have one of your jerseys, and it's of a player who doesn't even play. So suck my dick and the balls.
Team. The player's not on the team.
Yeah.
That's right. Shove it up your ugly ass.
Yeah, fuck you.
Pittsburgh by 6 for me.
I was gonna say that, so I'm gonna go Pittsburgh by 7. Yeah.
Because that's Trace McSorley number.
It is now.
Is that why?
Well, then Pittsburgh by 19.
Oh no!
Just by 6.
All right. Tennessee, Houston. If Tennessee wins, they get the number 1 seed. But Houston has already beaten Tennessee earlier in the season. But that was also when Tennessee was without literally everyone on their offense except Ryan Tannehill. So who you got this time around?
Tennessee by like, I don't know, 20.
That's fair. That's a fair number. I'm gonna say Tennessee by 13.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be close because Davis Mills is gonna be like, I played football before.
He has done that.
All right, in the late window, New Orleans at Atlanta. Who do you got? In a game where New Orleans has to win and San Francisco has to lose.
Matty Ice is gonna take it. Has he won in Mercedes-Benz yet? Hold on.
This season? Yeah.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, he won a home game this year. I think one.
Let me see.
I think like last week or the week before. Yeah, they played the Lions at home.
Oh, they have 2 wins at home. Okay.
They played the Lions at home and no, they don't. They only have 1 win.
It says 2-5 on Google.
That home game was in London.
So one. Okay, only one in Mercedes-Benz then. I'm still gonna take them. Matty Ice and the Falcons by 6.
By 6?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go New Orleans by 7. Just because New Orleans, I don't know why. They just like play good within their division. You know?
Yeah.
New Orleans plays good within their division, and Taysom Hill is gonna play. Jameis Winston still leads the team in passing yards. Holy shit.
By how much?
I don't know, but he's only got 1,100. Oh, that's funny. Jameis. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints still. I have faith. Shout out to Coley P, if you're watching. Picking the Saints because of you. All right, Jets, Bills. Who do you got for this one? I wonder. You want to say Jets because you want the Jets to win.
I do. You're right.
I know you're thinking. So I'll say my thing. I'm gonna choose the Bills by like 24. All right, and now you can go.
But I fucking hate the Jets because I'm in the AFC East, so I fucking hate the Jets.
You should hate both of these teams.
Yeah, but Brady has like a 33-3 record against the Bills. 34-3 against the Bills, so I'm not afraid of them. I'm used to the Bills being like shitted on.
Aren't the Jets usually shitted on too?
Yeah, but fuck the Jets. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, like, fuck the Dolphins because of TJ, but like, fuck the Jets.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Fuck the Dolphins. I can get behind that.
It's Robert's team, too. Sorry, Robert. I know you're still here, probably.
No, I can get behind fuck the Jets. I don't care. I mean, fuck the Dolphins. All right, who you picking?
Bills by 17.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Robert.
That McChicken on the line is really poor Robert.
I know how I know I can hear him. Come on.
Oh, come on, man.
I love how you're such a quiet voice. No, Robert go, God, no, come on. No, they're good.
Come on, I swear the Dolphins are good this year. They're going to win. All right. San Fran against the Ram. Who you got?
Rams.
Yeah?
Is Jimmy healthy? That's because Jimmy's gonna want to ball.
That is actually an important question.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Jimmy is questionable. That's all his status says is questionable. There's no report like, oh, he's practiced today or expected to practice tomorrow. It's just questionable. Fuck you.
So if he's questionable, then yeah, probably.
I would say he's probably not playing.
You think?
I would say the Niners would want to see Trey Lance play more.
Yeah, but playoffs on the line.
That's true.
Do they trust Trey Lance that much?
I always forget. I don't know. It's gonna be a toss-up, I think.
What I gotta find. It's his thumb. Which thumb?
Yeah.
Right. It's his throwing thumb.
Oh, probably not then.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl on a broken finger, though.
He also won it with like a fucking torn ligament in his knee
That's true.
last year.
Yeah, but he doesn't run anyways.
He still got a like. Do you know how hard it is to
No,
move
yeah,
with
I
a
know.
ligament? Like with a ligament problem.
I'd say they're probably gonna play him. Jimmy's gonna lie and say that he's fine, because I know how
Yeah.
football players act.
I would say so, especially because he's going to be job searching next year too, probably, since Trey Lance seems to be taking over.
Yeah. Niners by 10.
Niners by 10.
I'm gonna call Niners by 10. I think they have the passion in them. I think they have the fight to do it.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be really close. And I think that the Niners win by 3 just because they are going to be fighting for a playoff spot. And again, the Niners have beaten the Rams before, and their only
And that was
losses
a
have
good
come
game
against great-
too.
Their only losses come against like really good teams and the Seahawks. So yeah, I'll pick Niners. All right. New England, Miami. This is for potential to host a playoff
It's
game.
so stupid because we should be 11-5 because we fumbled. I lie
Yeah,
because
you played the Dolphins.
we wouldn't have had like the 2-4 mentality that our team is like been surviving off of. But the Dolphins, they've been kicked down twice. Not twice, once.
Once.
They only lost last game. But
yeah,
they
they got fucking destroyed last game.
if it was against Taysom Hill when they played the Saints, I don't think that game would have been as good as it was for the Dolphins. I say
see who the Dolphins played in that stretch. Who did they play in their win streak? The Texans, the Ravens, the Jets, the Panthers, the Giants, the Jets, and the Saints.
That's not a lot of good teams that you just said.
They played the Ravens when they were on the start of their decline. And then they played the Saints with Ian Book as their quarterback.
I wanted him to ball out. I was rooting for him the whole game.
I did too.
Kid from Notre Dame. I was like, let's go. And then he
some of their losses
threw a pick like 2 throws in.
Some of their losses include the Colts when they were bad, the Raiders, the Jags, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Bills twice.
That Jags game was one of my perfect games.
That Jags game was one of your perfect games. That's true. So who you got now? You got Miami or New England?
Yeah, fuck you, Robert. Sorry. Not sorry. New England. We're gonna beat them by like, I don't know, fucking 17.
New England by 10.
Yeah. If we're up by a lot, I imagine Brian Hoyer is gonna go in.
Yeah.
Which Brian Hoyer, he's not a bad backup.
He's not bad. He is a good veteran.
He's been sitting under Tom Brady for a long ass time. I mean,
it's his time to shine.
He's been going around a lot, but he's been in New England.
His time to shine. The fucking 7-year veteran. He's gonna get his own starting role next year.
It's his 3rd time in New England, and he has rings, and he's been telling Mac Jones a lot. His NFL knowledge is really good, and I feel like honestly NFL, not like quarterback knowledge over like athleticism all day.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
Because it's not that hard to throw a football. It is very hard to know when and how to throw it, and like the angle and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to do this next game?
Moving on to the Seahawks versus the Angry Place Birds. You can't fool me.
No. It's the Arizona Redbirds.
Ah, my fucking bad. Seahawks already not out of the playoffs. They're 6-10 against the Cardinals. What does the Cardinals depth chart look like right now? Injury wise is what I mean.
Injury wise,
Has D Hop been
Yeah, I
playing? Is
don't-
D Hop back?
D-Hop,
No, he's on the IR.
D-Hop's out for the season.
I forgot about that. James Conner's questionable. Rondell Moore is questionable.
Rondell Moore, underrated rookie.
What was wrong with D Hop? I forget.
What was wrong with D-Hop? He's like not gonna be back until February.
It says he could be ready if they go to the NFC
If they get
Championship,
to the NFC Championship game.
which and any earlier return is unrealistic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Cardinals have still been playing all right. Like, it's, you know, they can still play without D Hop. It's just with D Hop, it's easier games.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
by a little bit of a margin.
Just because he's that good.
So yeah, I'd go Arizona here. By like, I imagine they're not gonna go too hard. They don't really need to. Don't exhaust. So you don't need.
in the...
What?
they're
Whoa,
in the
whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Colt McCoy is questionable. That means if they take Kyler out, the only other quarterback on the roster is Trace McSorley. Trace McSorley might play in this game. What's wrong with Colt McCoy? Something bad. Migraine. No, he has a headache. Shut the fuck up. Got a concussion. Let Trace McSorley play. Come on. They haven't even switched his picture on ESPN. He's still in a Ravens jersey.
Yeah, I see that. Oh my god.
It's a possibility, though. He could suit up.
I can just imagine.
I will go
I could just,
fucking nuts.
no, I could have just like pictured in my head just you getting so excited to see Colt McCoy as questionable and Trace McSorley being able to play. And then you see that he's got a migraine and just all the joy drain from your face.
That is what happened.
That's funny. All right. How much Cardinals by?
I don't know. Fucking 14?
16.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Carolina in the Bucks. Carolina's out. The Bucks are in. It's just a matter of do they get the 2 or 3 seed, or no, the 2 or 3 seed.
Let's go Panthers, beating down the
No. What? That's not real, is it?
No.
Okay.
Tampa Bay. Who's Tampa Bay's back? They just drafted a quarterback, didn't they? I hope he.
Yeah, they
gets
got
some playing
Kyle
time.
Trask. They got
Trask.
Kyle Trask
He's
out of
from
Florida.
what, Texas?
In the second
Florida.
round.
Oh, that's right, Florida. Who's the Texas guy? Oh, he's the on the Colts.
The Texas guy?
Yeah,
Sam Ellinger?
yeah.
And yeah. No way!
There's also
Blaine
Blaine
Gabbert!
Yeah, I was gonna say Blaine Gabbert's
That's
also there.
huge. I saw a bunch of memes because now I'm looking at the depth chart. I was reminded of something. Antonio Brown played half of a football game with Le'Veon Bell again and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna quit." Because
Huh.
Le'Veon Bell is on the Bucks now. Holy shit! They moved Antonio Brown way down on the depth chart today.
Oh, let me
I
look at.
wonder why. I wonder what's gotten into him.
He's the third string second receiver. What? Wow, why?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's over Chris Godwin.
Yeah, because he's on the IR. He quite literally tore his ACL.
He was
All
having such
right.
a good season.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good season.
I don't know. Tampa by like fucking 17. I
17.
don't feel like they're gonna go really that hard.
Yeah, they're gonna rest some people. I'm gonna say 14. All right. And then the final game on Sunday night.
This is
gonna
gonna be a good
banger.
fucking game.
This is a. Hold on. Is this?
This will be game
No,
of the
it's
week.
not. It is a. It is a win and in for both teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying. It is a must win.
However, if they tie, something can go on where if there's a tie, they both make it in.
What if they just tied for shits and grins?
Shits and grins.
Yeah,
And giggles.
I thought about changing up the.
It has to be Indianapolis loses.
Yeah.
The Steelers the Steelers lose.
It's
and
possible.
That's it. If the Steelers lose to the Ravens and Indy loses to Jacksonville, then and the Raiders and Chargers tie, then both the Raiders and Chargers will make it into the playoffs.
I'm sure they know that too, and they're gonna know all the scores by the time game starts.
Could you imagine it just happens and both teams just take a knee? Like the entire game, 60 minutes of just taking a knee.
Well, what if they play a game and at the end when it's tied and one team has the chance to make it and everything goes right,
Take a knee.
they take a knee? That's so smart. That's like so respectful for both of the organizations, like a handshake. I mean, like division rivals, but like, what if they're like, put our differences aside, that we'll see you later in the playoffs.
What if it's just like a genuine tie?
Then that'll be
like,
funnier.
That's funny. Like, is that really funnier than like, oh, they're gonna kick this last second field goal in overtime to win the game, and then they take a knee, and the game's over. It's a tie. Do you think it's gonna tie? Do you think it's gonna tie?
I don't. And I gotta think about this for a second because this is a difficult decision.
I know who I'm gonna pick.
I think you probably have it written down. That's why.
I do.
Let me think before you say, because I want.
I went over this for a little while when I was doing this. I'm like, who am I gonna pick? Now I know.
This is really hard, but I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
You're picking the Chargers? All right.
I think I have to. I think they're more of a well-rounded team. I love the Raiders. They've been so electric, especially at the beginning of the season, especially very recently. I think the Chargers just have a bit of an edge. I feel like Justin Herbert is going to be a little angry this game. He wants to make playoffs. He wants to, get his name.
Hold on, you said recently. Didn't they lose to the Texans like 2 weeks ago?
I meant last game is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like after last game, I'm sure they were very hyped.
Yeah.
I think the Chargers just have a little bit extra in the tank. I think they just have a little bit more.
Yeah. All right. By how much?
6.
6?
Last second touchdown. Don't have time for extra point.
So I agree with you. However, the Chargers and Chargers fans have only experienced disappointment throughout the years. In 2010, when they had Phillip Rivers and they had the number 1 offense in yards gained and the number 1 defense in yards allowed, they missed the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Because of their special teams. They missed the playoffs last year after getting like Justin Herbert hopium.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna miss it again this year when Vegas wins.
Oh.
They're gonna miss it again when Vegas wins by 3. They're gonna win on a last-second field goal. They've been known to win on last-second field goals.
They have done that.
And and I think it's gonna be an insanely close game.
Like a 1-for-1.
It's gonna be a 1-for-1 where you have to slow down your opponent at on that drive.
It was a hard decision. Because I want to pick both. I want to pick both, and I can't.
I genuinely like both of these teams.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't really root against them unless they played the Giants.
agreed.
And the Giants did beat the Raiders, so I kind of owe it to Raiders fans.
I think
No.
if I wasn't a New England fan, I might be a Chargers fan just because I like Justin Herbert a lot.
I would be a Chargers fan just because
Also, the unis.
nobody's a Chargers fan.
That's true. It'll be a little bit different, and they're blue. But I also love Justin Herbert.
I love when they show the pans, or when they showed the panorama of the Chiefs Chargers game, and it was like only red jerseys in LA.
Chiefs
I
fans
thought that was
travel really
funny.
well.
No, that's not it. It's just nobody's a Chargers fan.
Well, that too. But
That's the point I'm trying to make.
But Chiefs fans do travel well.
Okay, sure, buddy. All right, so there's our predictions.
Yeah.
Let's go to some playoff seeding review real quick and some predictions. I add some extra predictions in here
Okay.
for what you think, or no?
Wait, like Super Bowl, or just
Nah,
play
no, just playoff, like seeding, literally just seeding.
Okay.
Seeding.
So
who makes it? Who do you think makes it?
I need like an image to look off of.
Judging from this, judging from the predictions, you're gonna say the Colts and the Chargers take up the last two playoff spots in the AFC.
Yeah.
And who did you have? You picked New Orleans and San Fran to lose. I said
San Fran would win.
Oh, did you say San Fran would win? Oh yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah, so you're saying San Fran gets in, which yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with those.
And who else?
I can see that happening.
Who would make the last seed?
For what? For the NFC?
Oh no, that is the last one.
That is the last seed. There's only one playoff. Yeah, let's go through it. So the Green Bay Packers, the 1 seed.
Yeah, clear.
So now the 2 seed.
I say is the
up to. It's gonna be up to either the Bucks. Or
I say it's
Cardinals or Rams.
Okay.
Or no, it's only the Bucks and the Rams, I think.
Yeah. I'm saying Packers 1 seed.
Yep.
Rams 2 seed.
Yeah.
Bucks 3, Boys 4. And that leaves Cardinals as the 5, Eagles as the 6, and San Fran as the 7th.
And takes the 7th seed.
I
think it's really safe to assume that San Fran takes the 7th seed.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints and the Falcons, that's gonna be a tough game. I don't know. It's just gonna be tough. Because it's gonna be 2 actually close games. So I don't know. Who do you think wins the West? You think Arizona wins it with?
No, I think Rams win it.
You think the Rams win it?
Yeah.
So that totally ruins your whole prediction.
Why? Oh no, because
the Niners winning.
Oh, I forgot the Niners are winning. So I guess the Cards. Yeah, no.
I can see either one happening.
By math, the Cards win.
By math, the Cards win. I can see either one of these happening. I just don't see a way for New Orleans to get into the playoffs.
No.
But who knows?
This is an unpredictable season.
Yeah. So I'm going to say Packers at 1, Bucks 2, Rams or Cardinals 3, Dallas 4. So Rams at 5, Niners at 6, and Eagles at 7.
Why? Oh, did you pick the Eagles to lose? That's why.
I did pick the Eagles to
So
lose.
I messed up when I said mine. Mine is the same as yours, except flip the Eagles are the 6th seed and the Niners are the 7th.
Yeah. You still have the Bucks at the 2 though?
Mathematically, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're gonna
Oh
win
yeah.
they're winning their game, and then the Cardinals
Yeah.
would also be they wouldn't be able to pass the Bucks, so they'd be the 3, and then the boys are
Yeah.
4. Because I had
So
the
that would leave
boys losing, yes.
So that would leave a Bucks versus Eagles. Oh, that's gonna be a game.
Tom Brady's not gonna like playing the Eagles
That's
again.
gonna be a game. Then it would be Niners and Cardinals,
And then Rams boys.
Rams boys. That's gonna be fun. All right, now we get to the interesting
The
section,
strange.
the AFC. So Tennessee, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Buffalo.
Oh, you cut out
Oh,
after
ten,
Buffalo.
oh, I just said New England was the
Yeah.
last team because they've clinched playoff spots.
Tennessee, I think, is taking the
Tennessee's in
one.
the driver's seat. No, Tennessee's in the driver's seat. They clinch the 1 seed just with a win against Houston.
Yeah, which isn't that hard to do.
Yeah.
2.
Wait, New England can still clinch the 1 seed?
Can we? It would
That's a
have to be like
possibility.
it would have to be like an everybody loses though.
New England win, Buffalo loss, Kansas City lost, Tennessee lost.
Yeah, it would just everybody would have to lose.
And then you clinch the division with a win and a Buffalo loss, win or a tie, and Buffalo loss or tie.
So mine would be Titans at 1.
Yeah.
Then Chiefs at 2, Bengals at 3, Bills at 4, Pats at 5. And then I don't know how the math works out, but I think Chargers 5 and then Colts 7, or Chargers 6, Colts 7.
Chargers 6, Colts 7.
I don't know how the math is, but Chargers and Colts at 6 or 7.
That sounds right. Yeah. That sounds correct.
Mm-hmm. Any changes
Or
for
no,
you?
no, the Chargers would be 6 and the Colts would be 7.
How do you know?
Because there's win conditions for the Colts.
Oh, again, who are the Colts playing?
Yeah,
Oh, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. It's really gonna come down to the Chargers Raiders game, and I like how the NFL flexed it to Sunday Night Football, so like actually is the last game. I'm gonna say Tennessee takes the 1.
Yeah.
I Cincinnati can't. Who's? I'll say Cincinnati takes.
How then the Chiefs
Er,
would have to lose against
Yeah,
the Broncos.
divisional. Is that because of divisional?
What?
That has to be because of the divisional though.
What?
Cincinnati being under Kansas City.
No, that's because their records are different, and if they both win,
Oh yeah, my bad.
the Chiefs are playing the Broncos and the Bengals are playing what, the Ravens? Or no, the Browns,
Browns.
which are both
I
winnable
say they all
games.
win. Yeah, they all win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Tennessee, Kansas City, Cincinnati,
Yep.
and then Buffalo would have to.
Yeah,
I would
it's
say Buffalo.
Buffalo's gonna take the division this year.
New England takes the 5.
Yep.
Uh,
And then however
I'm
math works out between, you have the Raiders and Colts.
I have the Raiders, so it would be Colts and then Raiders.
Yes,
I
you're
think.
right. You're right for that
Yeah.
one.
Huh. This is gonna be an interesting week of football.
So that means Titans get the bye
the Chiefs would then be against the Raiders.
I have the Chiefs against the Raiders.
And then the Bengals
oh,
against
man.
the Colts. And, well, that's a game. And
That
then
is a game. Holy
and then
shit.
the Bills against Patriots.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, we think.
And then you have Chiefs against Colts. You have Chiefs Colts. That's a game too. And then
and then Bengals
Chargers. Yeah, which
The
we've already seen this year.
We have, and the Bengals lost that one.
The Bengals lost it. Yes.
It was like a 20-40, something like that.
41.
Yeah, Chargers won 41.
Yeah, and that was a game where Justin Herbert popped off and Joe Burrow.
He's,
Joe Burrow only put up 300 yards in that game.
Yeah, casually.
That feels
yards.
so weird to say. Like, throwing 300 yards for a game is good, and then like, oh, Burrow's thrown for 1,000 yards in the past 2 games. 300 nothing anymore. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
that is all of our predictions.
That's it for this week, bro. The last week of regular season Minga.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
What a journey. And we only missed like 3 weeks.
Hey, I'd say that's pretty good.
For two idiots just putting something together that a couple people watch, I feel like that's not bad.
I say that's pretty good.
2 college students, doing this through college.
And work.
Sometimes I'd come home from work and we'd record, and I got home at like 9.
Yeah, I'd come home at like late sometimes, and we'd record. Cause I go to school. Because we usually record on Tuesdays.
We do.
And Tuesdays I was home at 2:30, so I had time to do the doc. I wonder how many hours I've put into Minga. Just in general. Of doing the doc and of recording. Hello?
Well, I was thinking of what to say.
You're still there.
Yeah. Well, that take us to the end of our regularly scheduled programming. We threw some hot takes in there. I don't know if we have any. I mean,
they're in there. I'm sure you'll find one.
Green Bay wins the NFC. That's mine.
The Raiders tie
this game.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for sticking with us through our weird, whatever, fucky shit.
Whatever the fuck you guys are watching nowadays.
Yeah. Thank you for choosing Minga, though. If you would like to watch this podcast live, as we stream it usually every Tuesday, around 8 to 9 we start. It's on twitch.tv/Nacho Live. The O in Nacho is a 0. If you prefer your podcast in audio format, choose whatever podcast platform you like, baby. It's already there. And if you want to watch this on YouTube, where I put the timestamps for every game and prediction that we make, it's on youtube.com. And look up Minga Sports Podcast. That's the name it's under right now. That's subject to change. We've been talking about branching off into more Minga stuff, so stay tuned for that. And you have anything else?
No.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Robert, you're a real one, so shout out to Robert. Word to your mother. Peace out.